Beautiful. Okay, so we're recording. You can see my screen. Mr. Hammond, good to see you. We are good to go. This is a parallelogram. Now, as we progress through the area of all these quadrilaterals, some of you are just going to write down a formula and try to plug and chug into the formula. That's okay. It's not my preferred method. I prefer understanding, but if that's what you want to do, that's just fine. So in a second, I'm going to give you the formula for the area of a parallelogram. However, I want to talk a little bit about where that formula comes from. Okay, so this is a standard parallelogram. There's two measurements in a parallelogram we care about. One is the base, which is labeled B. And by the way, that base is the entire distance from there to there. And the other one we care about is the height, which is labeled. That height is important given the fact that it must be perpendicular. So, quick refresher. On parallelograms, we know that this top and this bottom are parallel. So therefore, that h distance can be measured anywhere you want between the two parallel bases. It's like measuring the distance between train tracks. It's going to be consistent throughout. I just happen to put it over in that corner for demonstration purposes. Okay, any problems so far? Parallelograms, you can do this neat trick. I drop the height where I did for one simple reason. I can take this little triangle and screw that up. Let's try that again. Take this little triangle and move it over here. Now, having done that, what shape is that pink region? Chris?
A rectangle.
It is a rectangle. You know how to find the area of a rectangle, right? Notice, the base moved, but the base is also the same. This distance that I have labeled, I can just take this and shift it over, and now it is the base of the rectangle. So, therefore, the area of a parallelogram is base times height. It's the same as the formula for the area of a rectangle, with a little twist. Okay? Notice that I don't use this distance. That doesn't mean you're not going to use it, because I'm going to make things a little bit more interesting for you. So let's put this back. Whoops, not that. Wrong one. Stop it. Let's put this. There we go. Okay, so put that there and put that back. And let's erase all this. And let's go this is 12 centimeters. This is 75 degrees. And that is, let's make this 8. Oops. Okay, get that out of the way. All right, so let's find the area of that parallelogram. Go ahead, I'll wait. So Megan, you guys might realize that that's a bad spot to sit because you can't see the screen there. So maybe you guys want to shift to this side or you want to move back. So, you know, you got till Monday to work it out. You know, take a couple seats for a test drive. See what works best for you.
Yeah, if I'm sitting here, I won't be able to see one, so maybe
The struggle is real, I get it.
What? I so didn't know what you just said.
I want to be the least visible to the teacher while being the most.
Why? Okay.
Got a spot right here for you.
That's joking.
He just looks straight forward, doesn't look down or up. Straight.
The whole time.
Yep.
So as you can see here, the parallelogram is a...
I just want to be by an outlet.
Oh.
if you want.
Really?
Sure. We can talk
That
sticker.
sounds
After we get
so
done,
cool.
we'll talk sticker.
Oh gosh. Okay. Oh no. I did something wrong.
I didn't say anything. Will you relax? Jeez.
Wait.
Where's X in your picture?
Right here. It's not, wait. Right? Why'd you
All
put
right.
the sign
I'm
of
just
15?
Hold on, Mia will let you go.
Mia.
She'll light you up in a heartbeat. Just give her a second. She'll get off both barrels and let you have them both.
Okay. Wait, but
Okay.
like when you use sign, aren't you supposed to use the 75?
Oh, I didn't do that way, but I'm guessing you can.
Yeah, well, I'll just do sign 75 now.
That's what I did.
Well, then we definitely. I mean, I know we.
And 92,
All right.
7,
Sign 75. Hear me out. I'm doing it just for you.
92,
No, no.
Oh, nice.
I didn't want to bully you.
Mia, did your group that you've been beating up on get an answer?
Yeah.
What?
92.73.
I like it. Okay, good. All right, so the answer is 92.73. It seems to be consensus here in the classroom. Why? Katie? You don't know. What, the math guy just beat the answer into your brain?
Oh, okay.
Because when you find the height, well, when I found the height, I got 7.27.
How? Wait, hold on. Slow down.
Oh, I
How?
did law of signs as I always do.
Okay, so Katie loves law of sine. So I'm guessing you said the sine of 90 over 8 is equal to the sine of 75 over h.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, hold on. We'll come back to you in a second. I noticed that some people said, oh, well, this is 15 degrees, which is an astute observation. You could also use that for law of sines. John, what did you do? What did you set up?
I did right triangle trig.
Okay.
Cosine of 15 equals h divided by 8.
Another option. Good. You could do the sine of 75 equals h over 8. You could do a whole bunch of different things. But the chunk of information that we're missing is h. Katie, back to you. After you did all the math, blah, 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 h turned out to be,
7.27.
which I'm assuming you stored that value.
Yes.
Beautiful. Then did what with it?
I multiplied it by 12, which
Good.
is the base.
Good. So then we get to area being base time.
Wait.
You got 7.27.
You
Yeah.
got 7 point.
I got
7.
7. Oh, 7.72. Sorry.
Yeah. She went.
Okay.
Where's 7? I was
I just wrote it down though. I didn't.
0.728.
I knew if we waited long enough, Mia would light you up. Okay, so 12, which is the base, 7.72, and I'm running out of room here, so you had the area. Could you give me the answer again, please? 90.
92.73.
73. And since we don't have unit, oh no, we do have units. I lied. Centimeters squared. Thank you very much. Well done. Very seldomly am I just going to say to you, here's the base, here's the height, what's the area? That's no fun. We're going to make it more interesting by incorporating some trigonometry. Who knows? You might get some law of sines. You might even get some law of cosines to solve something simple like a parallelogram problem. So we're going to take a simple base times height and make it more complicated by adding new elements to it. Okay? Questions? Zoomers, questions? Roomers, questions? Easy peasy? Awesome. Next one, trapezoids. Okay, so how to find the area of a trapezoid. So I labeled a couple different things in my picture. I called the top base B1, I called the bottom base B2. And I labeled the height as h. And again, remember that this height has to be perpendicular. So that's going to be 90, that's going to be 90. It doesn't matter where we put it, because again, top and bottom are going to be parallel. All right, so again, just like the parallelogram, I could just give you the formula. However, I also want to explain where that formula comes from. So the parallelogram, you can do this cool trick. This is a parallelogram. The parallelogram that I have on the screen looks like an isosceles trapezoid, but doesn't have to be. Just any generic trapezoid, this will work for. Okay, and what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to grab this blue thing and pull it out of there. So I left the original trapezoid behind. I pulled this thing out of here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this puppy around and then put it in there. Okay. Now, what shape is that?
On this.
No. Say again? Parallelogram. Okay. How long is this? B1. So therefore, how long is that? Beautiful. B1 plus B2. Okay, so far? Excellent. What's the area of that giant pink trapezoid? Chris?
Base times height.
Which is, in this particular case?
Base times. Wait, no. Height times base 2 plus b, or base 1.
So to get technical, we would do this so that we don't have any problems. So that's the area of the pink trapezoid. But we don't want the, that's the area of the pink parallelogram. We don't want the parallelogram, we want the trapezoid. Which means I have to take this formula and do what to it? Beautiful. Divide it by 2 or multiply it by 1/2. I don't care which one. Running out. Oh, hold on. I can do this. Let's go here. Robot hand. Shrink this a little bit. Move this over. There we go. So the area would be equal to 1/2 the height times B1 plus B2. So the pink is the area of that parallelogram we get by flipping the trapezoid. The formula that we want is the 1/2 because it's double the area of the trapezoid to get the parallelogram, so I have to multiply it by 1/2 or divide by 2. It doesn't matter. If you prefer, you could do h times b1. Whoa, you get out of the way. b1 plus b2 divided by 2. It's the same thing. Nobody cares. Okay? Now, given the fact that in this formula there are 4 variables, if I give you any 3, you should be able to solve for the 4th. Let's try that. Emma, what month were you born? February, which is 2. All right, we're going to make that B1. Mia, how old's your dad?
48.
We're going to make that the area. Whoops. I need a little bit more room here. Let's see. I need 1/2 there. Ainsley, how many pets do you have?
1.
Is that including your brother?
If we're including my brothers, then
4 pets? You count your brother as 3 pets?
4. I have 3 brothers.
You have 3 brothers.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a trapezoid that has an area of 48. It has a height of 4, and one base is equal to 2. Solve for the other base, please. While you're solving for the other base, I want you to be cognizant of what process you use to do that, because there's a couple different ways that we can approach this. Question or answer?
Answer.
Don't tell me yet. Good, good. You guys got answers? Answer. Okay, don't tell me. Just yes or no. You got it? Good. John got it? Okay. Good. We're good? Answer.
22.
22. Yes? Confirmation. Okay, good. Chris, we're going to make yours green. Tell me the process you went through to solve this. What did you do first?
First, I took the area and I times it by 2.
Okay.
I removed the half on the other side.
I'm with you.
After that, I took the. I looked at the parentheses and I knew that 4 times 24 equaled 96. So then I took 2 and I removed it from 24 and I got 22.
You lost me.
Well, I divided 96 by 4.
There we go. And then?
And then I minus 2 from 24. I minus 2 parts for my own brain. 88 to think faster than
Let's see. Olivia,
Yes.
how did you solve it?
What?
How did you solve it?
Oh, so I did 1/2 times 4, and I got 2.
Oh,
and
wait,
then
hold on.
I
Wait. Let me get caught up. Hold on.
Sorry.
No, that's my fault. Okay, so you did 48 is equal to 2. Okay, I'm with you. Go ahead.
So then I distributed it, and I
Ooh.
got 4 plus 2b2.
Or not to
And
be,
I
that is the question.
subtracted
Whether it be noble in the
before.
minds of men to suffer the slings and wars of it.
Okay.
Did you just try to shut me down?
No, I just
That's
said
it. We
okay.
fight right now. When I'm done with this, you and I are going.
Okay. Barbie versus Batman.
Olivia, I'm sorry for the interruption. Somebody is being rude here.
What?
Go ahead, back to you. What do I do next?
I said okay.
Then I subtracted 4 from 48, and I got 44 equals 2b2.
Or
and
not
then
2b, that is the question.
I divided that by 2, and then I got 22.
Beautiful. Okay, good. Is there another way to do it? Sure. You could take 1/2 times 4 like Olivia did, but then divide both sides by 2 and then subtract 2 from both sides. There's a lot of different ways to do it. The point being, given any of the 3 variables in that equation, you should be able to solve for the 4th. So if I give you the area and the 2 bases, you should be able to solve for the height. If I give you the height and the 2 bases, solve for the, et cetera, all those other combinations. And I'm assuming you're all okay with that. Is that a good assumption? You could solve a basic linear equation. Good. Okay. So the problems that you're going to see tonight on the homework, they will get a little sneakier. They will take you out of your comfort zone a little bit, but it's still going to come down to the process that you use to find the area. Are you just a memorizer where you're just going to memorize the trapezoid formula and the parallelogram formula and plug and chug? Or I would hope that you would stress a little bit of understanding here so that you know what you're trying to find and can illustrate the process for that. Okay? Questions on any of this?